Happy New Year, mamas. I feel like school just started and I blinked and here we are. It's crazy how fast time seems to be flying, and you'd think it's something that you actually get used to, but I don't think you ever do. I hope you really enjoyed your holiday season and aren't having a tough time getting back to the reality of making school lunches and going back to work, which I'm cringing about. And I really hope that you took the time over the past week to really reset your mindset and are entering into this new year with a renewed faith that this year can honestly be the best one yet. Fingers crossed. Something that I have found over the past few years that really helps with that process is picking a word of the year. If you're not familiar with the word of the year, it's picking one word that represents the overarching theme or mood or feeling on how you really want to show up in the year. It's a word that when you hear it or you look at it, you are motivated and inspired to do better and to be better. And on that note, I would love to help you do better this year. Through the month of January, I'll be offering $50 off my 1 month coaching package. And January really is the perfect time of year to get a coach that will help you start the year off on the right foot, help you set up those routines and those healthy habits so you can create the time and space to actually action your goals. You can use the booking links in my show notes or check out my website at momwifecareerlife.com. Are you feeling overwhelmed trying to juggle all the many hats you wear as a working mom? Do you want more quality time with your family without distraction of work and time alone to take care of yourself and your needs? Welcome to Mom Wife Career Life. I'm Kerri, a wife, mom of 3, and a recovering perfectionist. In this podcast, I will teach you how to create balance in your life by implementing healthy habits, organizing your home and your schedule, being intentional with your time and in your relationships, and most importantly, how to start putting your needs first because no one can pour from an empty cup. Grab that second cup of coffee, or if you're anything like me, your third. It's time to dive into today's episode of Mom Wife Career Life. Picking a word of the year can be a fun process. And to pick the right word, it takes some self-reflection and some time. So make sure you carve out some time to really do it right. You want to pick a word that inspires you and motivates you. You want a word that when you look at it, you are motivated to keep on track with the goals you set out for the year, or if you find yourself falling off track, that it motivates you to really jump back on track. So today I'm sharing my 6-step process for picking a word of the year. Number 1, take out a pen and paper, and as you go through this process, write down the words that resonate with you so that at the end of this process, you have a list of words to actually choose from. Number 2, reflect on the previous year. If you had goals that you didn't reach, was there something that you struggled with or an area where you feel you could have done better and don't want to make the same missteps this year? Is there a word that could sum all of that up, like discipline? Do you need more discipline to eat better, make it to the gym, read that book, take that time for yourself? Or focus. Maybe you feel like you got pulled in a million different directions and can't stay on task. Is there an underlying theme going on? Maybe it's that you want to slow down a bit and be more present in the moment. So present would be a good word. Or intention, if you felt you weren't intentional with how you spent your time and the decisions you made. Number 2, look at the goals you have for the new year. If you didn't listen to my Rock Your New Year's series last week, then take the time to listen. I'll link the series in my show notes, but once you have your goals written out, take some time to really look over those goals and see if there is a theme going on. Maybe a lot of your goals involve growing, getting a new job, learning a new skill, buying a bigger house, having another baby. Maybe you have a lot of fears holding you back and you want to overcome them. This was a big theme for me in 2023. Originally, I had picked the word focus because I'm always getting pulled in a million different directions. And then I changed it to fear, which isn't a word that most people would choose, overcome or persevere or probably better words. But I chose fear because I needed the reminder that anytime that self-doubt creeped in, anytime that inner critic's voice was getting a little too loud, anytime self-limiting beliefs kicked in, that was all fear-based, not ability-based. And last year, I really pushed through my fears. Number 3, a brain dump. Go back to that pen and paper and start writing down the words that resonate with you for the old year and how you want to show up in the new year. Or if you're having trouble coming up with words, just Google word of the year ideas and a million words will show up, and just go through those lists and see which one resonate with you. Number 4, review that list. Go through the list and see what words you can really narrow it down to. Try to get it down to 3 and definitely not more than 5 words. You really want a word that covers the majority of your goals, so keep that in mind as you're reviewing the list. Number 5, meditate, or pray over it. Once you have your list narrowed down, spend some time either meditating or praying over it, or you could even do both. I also find that I do my best thinking in the shower or bath, or maybe you get clarity when you go for a walk or a run. You don't want to rush this process because you really want to pick a word that will motivate you to stay on task. So take the time to really think it over. Number 6, put it on your vision board. I'm a strong believer in vision boards, and they don't have to be anything fancy. You can do them on a piece of oak tag, or you can put them in your planner. This is the first year I'm putting mine in a planner. I like having it on oak tag and having it in my office so that it's always in my face as a reminder, but I'm also in my planner every day, so I'm trying something different this year. And even if you don't do a whole vision board, you could just take that word and put it in your planner, so that way when you're opening it up, it's in your face. Putting your word front and center of your vision board or in your planner really helps be that reminder of what you wanted to get out of this year. When you are stressed, struggling, or even just making plans, looking at that word helps keep you on track. If your word is focus and you find yourself signing up or saying yes to something that will take you away from the time to work on your goals, whether that goal is more time with your family or going to the gym or even starting a business like me, that word can really help you make the right choice and possibly say no to things that don't align to that word. So that's my process for picking my word of the year. If you want to find out what my word of the year is this year, come follow me on Instagram at mom.wife.career.life or join us over in my Facebook community, Mom Wife Career Life. The link is in my show notes, and I'd love to hear what your word of the year is, so come on over. Sending you so much love and light until next time on Mom Wife Career Life with Kerri Pat. Before you go, if you found this podcast helpful, I would be so grateful if you would take a minute, go on over to iTunes, and leave me a review. If you have other stressed out mamas in your life that you feel this podcast could help, take a screenshot of this episode, post it in your Instagram stories, and tag me, and let them know they are not alone and they can create balance in their life too. If there's a topic you would like me to cover or you just want to connect, DM me on Instagram at mom.wife.career.life or join our new Facebook community. Sending you love and light until next time on the Mom Wife Career Life podcast with Kerri Pat.